getting ready to come.
And hidden riches of secret places, that thou mayest know that I am the Lord.
Last words, brother.
Shalom, ma.
All right.
Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom.
All
right. Israel. Shabbat shalom.
That's right. Shabbat shalom, Israel. How y'all doing today?
What a blessed Shabbat it is. I pray that you all are having a blessed Shabbat, Israel, with the families and what have you. And we know that as this day, this holy day was kept in the heavens before man was even created. So this is indeed a special memorial. And this is a required weekly Shabbat that we are commanded to keep, Israel. Hands down. All right. All right, we'll give you a few seconds here for everybody to kind of get on there.
That's right.
But we still have some brews coming on. We got a really good subject though. Buy a dog and die alone in hell. It's a hard title, Israel. I mean, it's a much necessary one. And you know, we're living in a time where we've never seen anything like this. This is unprecedented. And you know, we're going to see a lot more. Unfortunately, you know, modern day women end up being alone and dying alone, and men too. And you know, there's a reason behind that. And you got to understand. So now, if we're just talking about us within Israel. You know, the Israelite woman outnumbers the Israelite man 6-1. Now, that's just within our group, all right? And so, you know, we have to look at those numbers and why there's going to be so many single women out there. But we want to show me and Brother Aton with a video that we want to show you all. But before we get into this video, I just want to I want to start off with a scripture here in Jeremiah. Go to Jeremiah chapter 6, and we're going to look at verse 2. I'm going to show you a couple of scriptures actually. So, and then we're going to show you the video, and then we'll talk through the video and everything. And
Jeremiah 2 and 6.
Yeah.
That's
right.
what you're doing
Jeremiah.
now?
Yep, Jeremiah chapter 2 and 6. Oh, you want to get Ecclesiasticus or what's it, right?
Well, I'll put it on big. I'll put it up big on the screen, and we'll just go there. Jeremiah 2 and 6. That way everybody can read it.
I'll take mine off there. All right. All right, Israel, everybody should be there. So let's go ahead and read that. It says, I have likened the daughter of Zion.
Oh, Salakia. You said 2 and 6?
I'm sorry, Jeremiah chapter 6.
Oh,
Jeremiah chapter 6 and verse 2.
Okay.
Yep. Yeah, we're good. Jeremiah chapter 6 and verse 2. All
right. There we go.
All right. It says, I have likened the daughter of Zion to a comely and delicate woman. Now, when you look at that, I mean, that is a very powerful verse. Now, you know, you can always read over the same verse and it just becomes more and more powerful. And see, this is something that men desire in a woman. All right, I'm gonna read that again. I have likened the daughter of Zion to a comely and delicate woman. And what has happened over the decades, we've seen our women turn from the comely and delicate woman to the manly, always arguing, abusive, combative, you know what I'm saying, argumentative, always, because women are in touch with their feelings, so everything is out of order. So when you hear about brothers, you know, talking about getting their passports and things like that, you know, this is the reason why they're trying to getting away, because they're tired of all the commandments, they're tired of all the manly spirit. You know, we're men, and a man doesn't want to be with another man in the spirit. You know what I'm saying? That is the most unattracting thing that you can ever be, is have a woman in the house that's more combative than you. You know? Let's get another one. Let's go ahead and get Ecclesiastes 26 and verse 14.
Already ahead of you,
and
brother.
It says, got it right there. It says, a silent and loving woman is a gift from the Lord. Now that's powerful. Why would that be why would a silent and loving woman? Now this doesn't mean that a woman is not going to have her own say. It doesn't mean that a woman, just has to, or you're going to be, use it as a footstool. That's not what this is talking about. It just says a silent and loving woman is a gift from the Lord. Now, let me tell you what that looks like. You take a humble woman. I don't know if you've ever, brothers, I don't know if you've ever met, those of you who are not married, ever met a woman who is just so humble. Like, they don't question you. Like, their trust, because they know that you're righteous. They know that you're keeping the laws. And they totally confined in that, And they don't even, the only time that they lift their voice up to you is to encourage, to caress, encourage, and to, set you on a spiritual righteous path. But nothing that she says is going to cause you to be angered or, frustrated or combative in a combative way. Now, we already know Proverbs 31, where it describes the nature of a true Proverb 31 woman. And so this is the thing that a lot of brothers desire. They don't want a woman that's going to be always loud all the time and just, just acting crazy and combative and always got to have the last say in everything. You know what I'm saying? That argumentative spirit. And I know many of our brothers had to deal with that kind of stuff and in the times we're living in. So it says a silent and loving woman is a gift of the Lord, and there is nothing so much worth as a mind well instructed. And so what's missing, Israel, is that the reason why you don't see this no more. Well, we know the biblical reason is because we've gotten away from the laws. But when you take away the family structure in the home, and when the father's not there to teach that young lady to be submissive to the man that she's going to marry one day, well, you lose that balance. And now you have a bunch of kids who are being raised by single mothers. And so they lose the respect. They don't have, they don't honor the man anymore. And it's like, I want to be this. I want to be the boss woman. I want to wear the pants and so forth. The society has really, really jacked our people up.
So does a dream.
That's right. And did you have anything to add, brother, before we show this video?
Well, just just one thing, Israel, we can't forget, right? Even though we're dealing with these not interracial, but these intersexual dynamics between our people, right? The daughters of Zion and the sons of Zion, right? We got to remember that everything that we've had in the beginning, all our methodology, all of our customs, right? All of that has been stripped from us, right? All of that has been stripped from us from the heathen. And everything that we have right now has been beaten into us by the heathen, right? So it's going to be hard coming out of, coming out of what the heathen has had, set for our people, right? Because they don't do nothing but wickedness, just like, we got a lot of wicked stuff is going on right now, especially if you're looking in the mainstream media and stuff like that, just overt wickedness, happening all around. So we don't have our own, we really, truly don't have our own culture, right? Of course, we can make up some stuff while we're here, stupid ass rap music and dance moves and saying this, that, and the other. But the true culture that we're supposed to have is that in these scriptures, right? We don't have, we don't have that, right? So what we're doing right now, we're taking what the heathen has offered, right? Because we have been fully integrated with them, right? And right now we're taking what they have, and it's making us sick, right? That's why America, it will not work. It's because they have taken the people out of their land, right? Then this is why the black man is mad. And anyway, they have taken us out of our land, right? And we're the only part, we know we have a land, right? But the Most High has kicked us out of it, right? Just for us to be among these heathen, right? Our women to be acting a damn fool, right? And, we're not getting, no kind of justice, right? No kind of, no kind of peace, no kind of anything, right? It's just straight hard times for Israel, right? So the least thing that we can do, right, especially the sisters of Zion, right, the daughters of Zion, right, the very least that we we expect y'all to open your eyes, hey man, don't be looking at this white man in front of you and then looking at all the stuff that white man says that all I gotta do is just not marry a man. I can wait till I'm 35 to get married, or I can wait till I'm 60 after I didn't had a plethora of dinglings and now I finally ready to settle down, right? We can't think like that, right? Because the only thing we're doing is destroying our nation, right? We're destroying Israel. Come on, go ahead.
That's right.
That's
And you know, and you brought up a good point. You know, and one of the things I wanted to bring out of what brother was saying, especially when a woman becomes, you know, up in their 60s and everything, and it's sad that it has to take 60 years. Takes 60 years for most, I say for a lot of women, not all, but for a lot of women, Israelite women, to realize, okay, they done played the harlot. Now it's time for me to settle down. I want to get serious now. You know, that's all good, all right? I'm not saying that the Most High is going to push you away or anything, but you got to understand the ramifications of these things. When you wait that long to want to submit, no man is, you know, I this way. You're not going to find hardly a man that's going to want that, especially the righteous brother who is keeping the commandments. You see what I'm saying? And so a lot of these women will end up being single, alone, and they'll just die alone. Because this is serious, you know. My granddaddy always says you only get one life to live, and that life that you live it to the best of the glory as much as possible for the Most High. And you know, I know we all wish we can go back and change some things, but man, this thing is that serious. And now when I see our women going down this path, going down this road of wanting to see how many body counts that they can get, like it's like a sport or something. You know, that stuff has long-term ramifications, especially with the children. You know what I'm saying? And this is what me and Brother Eitan is trying to get our people to see. You know, to see that these decisions that our people are making, the women and the brothers, they will have long-term ramifications, Israel. And this is nothing to shake a stick at. All right. And I think you put up a scripture, brother, that you wanted to share.
Yeah. Well. Yeah. Okay. Well, you know, I'll just make. Yeah. Go ahead, run the video first, and then because this is dealing with you know, age and, you know, waiting and doing all the other crazy stuff that these families, that these heathen, they want all your best years in their company. You know, they want you to, you know, forsake your brother and sister, right? And these heathen want you in their company working for them, right? To waste up all your good years, right, behind the desk, you know, typing papers, you know, running errands for the white man, right, and all this other stuff, right? Instead of really just you know, spending all your good years on your own people, right? It was exactly what we should be doing.
That's right. Bring it out.
You know,
bring it out.
All right, Con. So I just want to I'm just gonna go ahead and bring out the scripture right quick. This is why, right? We need to marry young, right? You know, brothers like, oh well, you know, you know, if you see a brother, you know, let's say a brother, you know, he was whatever he was getting with an 18-year-old, or you see a brother getting with a 20-year-old, or whatever the case may be, and you know, the women are like, oh well, you know, why is that, or why is he getting with that? Oh, you know, he wants to take advantage of her, and you know, he wants to groom or whatever, right? What brother wants a headache, right? The point of the whole marriage is to get you a helpmeet, right? Someone that you can get onto your program. That's what it's about, right? Is to get onto your program. Now, you as the woman, right? You're not supposed to be out there choosing Pookie, right? You're not supposed to be choosing him. You're not supposed to be choosing the wicked niggas that are down the block, right? You're not supposed to, you know, hey, right? You're not supposed to be doing that, right? You're supposed to be, you know, choosing the brothers that are wise and that are keeping the commandments, right? And even if you are someone on the street, right, that you had no knowledge of the scriptures or anything, right, I would think that common sense would behoove one to choose someone that has at least a modicum of responsibility in them, right? Somebody that you know that you can, hey, you know what, I'm gonna be able to raise a child with this man, and this is going to be responsible, right? Same thing for you, brothers. You know, you're not out here to be, you know, picking these women that aren't intelligent in any kind of way, man. If they're out there in the club, they're on Instagram, they doing this, they doing that, they showing their body, they doing everything that the Bible teaches against, right? Do you think that's going to raise up a champion Israelite for you if y'all have a child together? Hell no. You know what I'm saying? That's not going to happen, right? You know what I'm saying? If you got a sister out there, she telling you that, hey, you know, I want to wait until I get my education before I want to get married, and I want to do all of this. Hey, man, leave that sister alone because she's more concentrated with building up the society of the heathen than building up her own nation. So concerned about her own self, right? Instead of building up the Israelite nation. Right? Hey man, you can finish school and you can be good with that. If you have time, right, to go to college and get you an additional learning, right, that'll help raise up, Israel in some type of way, as far as families and this, that, and the third. Yeah, sure, of course, right. But if you're just out there just doing whatever, and then you think you're gonna wait to 30, 35, 40, 50 to finally do what the scriptures say, right? Obey God. I guarantee you there's a real hot place waiting for you, right? It says in 2nd Ezra chapter 5, I just want to point out that this means that we have to get the stuff done early in Israel, right? We can't be waiting around all day, right? Because early is when you're the strongest. Early is when you're the brightest, as far as women is concerned, right? Men, we know that we grow into our age. But as far as having children and things of that nature, we need to do that in our youth, which means that we're supposed to be getting married, right, when we're young, right?
That's right.
So it says, he answered me and said, ask a woman to bear children, and she shall tell thee. Say unto her, wherefore are unto they whom thou hast now brought forth like those that were before, of less stature, right? Okay, so in other words, the question is asking is like, are the people that are here today, right, greater than the people that were before? The answer is no. The people are today are of less stature than the people that were before. Why? Because the before is that when the earth was early, right? When the earth was younger, right? Younger, the seed was less cut down, right? Because remember, we had one seed to start from, and that was Adam's seed. And that has been cut over and over and over and over again, right? To make all these other different nations, right? And now we got the seed of Jacob, right? It's been cut over and over and over again. We're not the strong the Israelites that we were back in the day, right? They had 12 brothers that went into a city, right, and then killed everybody because they had had sex with their sister, right? You remember that? You know what I'm saying? Because they had cut up all the foreskins of them and then went into the town, the 12 brothers, and massacred all of them. That's how strong they were. So the stories of the brothers was able to leap over tall fences, run faster than deer, all that good stuff, right? And had to know it was true if they were, if later down the line, our forefathers, they were playing with lions and things of that nature, like they were lambs, right? And it says, and she said, answer thee, they that be born in the strength of youth are of one fashion, and they that are born in the time of age when the womb faileth are otherwise. Consider thou also how that ye are less of stature than those that were before you. And so are they that come after you than ye, as the creatures which now begin to old and have passed over the strength of youth. Right. So, but if you read in the very first two, verse 51 and 52, right, but all the way to 55 is talking about it as a complete whole. In 51 and 52, you see that it is imperative, right? When we are to bring forth children, right? Even if we see it today, that's why they call it geriatric pregnancy, right? There's a lot of pregnant, and there's a lot of risk, and and the babies aren't strong, and they're going to have a lot of health problems and stuff like that. When you have them when you're 30 and you're 35, right? You think that these heathen, want the Israelite nation to grow stronger? No. This is just like in the days of Pharaoh, right? When we were under the captivity of the Egyptians. They were jealous, right? That no matter what they put us through, the Israelites were still able to manifest, grow strong, grow big, right? And be many more than them. But now, what do we have, right? How is it possible for us to grow, right? When you got the black woman, right? The Israelite woman that's so tricked that she done killed 40 million of us. 40 million. Right? Oh, Slakia. No. That's right. Khan, right? Yep. You done killed 40 million of Israelites. Damn. Right?
And how are these women killing the abortion? This is, people. Who was it that said that the dangerous place in for a black man is in a woman's womb?
Khan.
This stuff is serious. And just bringing this toll and just go ahead.
Oh, go ahead. I was about to say, man, these heathen, they tell us one thing, But as you see, right, they're still married at 54% or greater, right? You know, their women are still submitting to their man, no matter what they're telling you.
Yeah. Now, just reminiscing over what brother just read, 2nd Ezra 5, and then 51 through 55, and I really pray that you're writing this down and that you go back over and just reread this. You got to reread it 10 times over, reread it, because it's very profound. And what the instructions that, what our people were like back then versus now. And see, the reason why you don't see scriptures like dealing with women of current day, well, you do, but as far as women doing the stuff that they're doing now, going out, having babies by different, no commitment, just having babies by different dudes, that was non-existent in scripture. You didn't see that in the Torah because that was non-existent. We wasn't doing that. So this is a whole new concept that's been happening with our people that is so foreign. It's almost like when the Most High said that He was going to send our forefathers into a land that their fathers never known. It's like we're entering into an age that we have not thought about. Our forefathers would never have thought about experiencing. And it's to the point where it's so out of order that the only thing that's going to fix it is that the Most High is going to have to just let a lot of our people bleed out and just go to the grave like He did in the wilderness, until He had a pure generation that was going to be able to enter into the kingdom, into the promised land.
God, these heathen have it set up, man.
This is not something that we just getting on you, but we,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we want you to see the importance of this. Can you hear me, brother?
Yeah, Con. I can hear you, but you was fading in and out. I'm saying, man, these heathen just got it like it's sweet. You know what I'm saying? Like God, like we're on a round ball, far away from God. Everything. I mean, like if you really look at it, nobody even thinks about the Most High anymore, or any of His ways.
No.
Oh, well, that's old. That's Bible. That's way back in the New Testament now. All kind of other craziness, man. When the New Testament is the one that's telling you, hey, man, get married. Stop being wicked, right?
Yeah. And so what I was saying, I don't know if everybody else heard me, but what I was saying that those scriptures you was reading was profound because, it was letting us know how our people were back then and, versus now. Like a lot of the stuff that these women are doing now that did not exist back in the day. Because for one, the brothers, we had full control. We were leading out, and then the sisters were submitting, though. But, and like brother was saying earlier, the heathens, they really jacked our people up. But hey, we're gonna get ready to show you this video. So this video is gonna tie into what brother read and everything, brother Aton read. And so this is a brother that we've been telling you this for a while. This is going to the brothers, not to move in with a woman just because she's having your child. You're not married to her. Do not move in with a woman, because the moment that you move in with a woman, and there's a lot of brothers that do that. For whatever reasons, they feel like they can't always support themselves or whatever. A man should have 3 things before he even gets married to a woman. First, he needs to have a place, whether he's renting or he got his own house or whatever. He needs to have a car or a source of transportation. And most importantly, he needs to have a source of income. You can't take care of your woman if you ain't getting no money. But the scripture says that if a man can't take care of his family, he's worse than an infidel. Serious, Israel. But we got these brothers because they've been raised to be punks and effeminate and everything. Damn, they can't even take care of their damn stuff, let alone take care of a woman. All right, so I'm gonna show you this video right quick.
You always want to have.
You able to hear that out?
Yeah, Con. Hold on. Let me.
I'm gonna rewind it then.
Give me a sec. Let me fix something real quick.
Okay. Yeah,
all right, go ahead.
All right.
Go ahead.
Now I want you to listen to this. I want you to listen to this because this is what we've been saying, and I'll stop and we'll come in and comment as we go.
The woman. Never. You always want to have and be in the power position as a man.
Okay, so what he said was profound. He says you always want to be in a power position. Now that is the position that the Most High has designed for the men. Because when you move in with a woman, and all you're doing, brothers, is you're defiling your headship. All right.
Not power that you can hold over someone, but you look, let's face it. If you move into a woman's house, if there's an argument, a disagreement, she gets in a mood, she meets another man, she gets in her feelings about something, whatever. You know what she's going to tell you? What all women tell men that move in: get your shit and get out.
All right, I'm gonna stop right there. You know how many brothers I had to counsel for the same reason. They moved in. They moved in with a woman when they shouldn't have done that. They've gotten to an argument with the woman because, these modern day women now, they got this power trip. Not We're not talking about all women, but they got this power trip thing going on, and it's like once they get in their feelings, they feel like they have power over you. They can do anything they want. So it's like you got to walk on eggshells. And a lot of these brothers I've had to counsel, they've had to walk on eggshells moving in with these women.
Con.
I'm dealing with multiple clients right now, grown men who are capable of living by themselves, but choose to live with abusive women, disrespectful women, power tripping women. Are the women wrong for that? I'm not going to call them wrong for that. Women are women, and women are going to be who they want to be. And it's really none of our business who they wish to be. It's our business who we are. That's the thing. Who we create and who we decide we're going to be is our business. And so, guys, you can't move in with a woman. Get your own goddamn place. I'm telling you, as a mentor, maybe a big brother, maybe even a father to some of you that maybe in your 20s, I'll be 42. Under no circumstances should you ever move into a woman's place.
That's real talk right there. Because
That's
as the
common
brother was,
sense for a man.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
is that
Should be anyways.
because what's going to happen? Brothers, we already know what's going to happen. The first thing you move in with a woman, you're going to have to bend to her rules, right? It's supposed to be your rules, not hers. She's going to be the decision maker. You see how the roles get reversed when you put yourself in that predicament. And this is why so many women are single today. That's why we named the title "Buy a Dog and Get Along," because you see more and more women having dogs now. I guess dogs are easier to control. And you got to understand that a lot of these modern day women, they don't want a man that's authoritative, that's strong, that's authoritative and keeping the Torah. That's going to be, hey, look, this is the way it's going to be. They want a beta. They want a beta brother. They want somebody that they can manipulate through their feelings, because that's the only way they operate. And they want a man that's not going to like talk back or certain things. And there was a movie. What was it? It was Married. Well, I got married, something like that. But there was one particular clip when this one woman was saying that, I'm not trying to control him. I just want him to do what I say. And it's the same thing. It's controlling.
Con.
And so these women, they're gonna have the last say. So you see how by moving in with these women, you're putting yourself in a very, very bad spot. All right, bro. Yeah.
Well, I don't really know too much, except for the head of every household is, well, we already know it's the man, right? We can go to we can go to Corinthians, and we can see that. We can go to Kings, so we can see how it says that the princes of Israel are the heads of the house, right? Now, in our community, we have a, Brother Daniel was bringing this out last week, talking about how we have so many single mothers, and the single mothers, they set an example for being the heads of the house, right? Because there is no man that's the head of the house, right? So if they're raising up a son, how will they know how to act as the head of the house, right? So let's say, for example, right, and then this also goes in tandem with these women raising up daughters as well, right? So we have all these single mothers, right, that are over 70%. I think what 73%, right? Right, 73% of our community is we got single mothers out here, ridiculous, and they're raising up sons and daughters, right? So you got the daughters, right? they're raised up, not to understand that the man is the head of the house, because they're raising up with their single ass mama that don't want to submit, right? So that's a problem right there, right? So when she grows up, sees that her mom is the head of the house, you think that she's going to want a man to you think that she's going to want to saying you see what I'm saying, like she's not going to want a man to be in his natural position, which is the head of the house, which is the leader. For some reason, from seeing her manly ass mom all these years, right, she's going to grow up, right, with the idea that she should be manly as well, that she should be the head of the house, that they should want a partnership, that it's nothing that you see what I'm saying, right? This is the same thing that's causing so many of our people, right, so many of our sisters to wait so late to choose a marriage partner, right? To be 60, right? Done been through all of this trauma, right? Say, well, I think saying, oh, this dude done hit it better than this dude, right? Wicked as hell, right? Done been through all of these dudes, stuff you're not even supposed to know about, because you're supposed to be with one man, right? Marry that man when you're young, have children with that man, grow a bond, right? Because I'll tell you one thing, right? Sisters, you know what they'll do? They'll go to school, right? They'll go to college. They'll get all these damn degrees, right? They'll go through all the trials and tribulations and the trauma of college and doing all of that stuff, right? They won't quit. They understand that it takes work to get a degree. How come they cannot make the correlation that it takes work in a marriage, right? You see, it takes you, 4 years to get a degree, right? Or get you a bachelor's degree, right? And anything over that, you're up there with your your master's plus 30, and then you get your master's degree, right? When you're going over 8 years or whatever, it takes roughly 8 years to get your master's, right? So that's a long time, right? You have to work at that, just like you have to work in a marriage. Things are not going to be perfect, but guess what? We have been incorporated with these damn heathen that we don't understand the laws, right? We don't understand the laws of God and what we're supposed to be, right? Since this industrial revolution, when it came out, the World War, whatever, they done ran with it because they let the white man, right, the white woman, really in this case, hype their head up, right? Oh well, we want to wear pants too. We want to wait, we want to work in it, and we want to work. How stupid is that? You want to come off from being, light jobs, man. You might have to go iron some clothes here or take care of the babies there, light stuff. Now you want to, now you want to go into the business and you want to work 8, 9, 10 hours of your day. Ain't nobody out here going to tell me that if you were a stay-at-home mother, that it takes you 8, 10 hours to run the household, because it sure don't. Now, if you got a good husband, whenever your husband comes home, he shares the responsibility of taking care of the children. It's not all, sure, you might, cook the food or whatever, but y'all share the responsibility together.
Look at the order, Israel. Now, I know y'all can see this little chart that's up. Now, I want you to look at this nuclear family that's in the middle, that's on the decline. Now, if you notice, like everything that the Most High sets up righteously, and this was the righteous setup of the Most High, to have a Israelite man and an Israelite woman, and they were to procreate. That was the plan for the Most High. But notice that the heathens, everything that the Most High has set up for righteousness, these heathens come along and they go complete opposite. They want to tear the family apart. So what do? They start bringing in women's right, equal rights and all that kind of stuff. And then all of a sudden they start to bring in welfare, and they bring in all this other stuff. They bring in the drugs, they do everything they can to try to break up the black family, and then they turn around and then they'll incentivize the black woman against the black man. Why? Because now the courts are in favor of the woman. And now there are several cases. There are only a few rare cases where the brother will get the children, but the woman damn nearly has to be halfway dead and strung out on crack in order for that to happen. And so this nuclear family is slowly disappearing, y'all. But this was the Most High's design, and this is why we see now, what we're seeing now is that we're seeing all these women raising these different kids, and we're seeing your boss women who are professionals, and like brother was saying, they get a degree for what? They get a degree. They spend 4 to 6 years trying to get educated just to turn around and work for these damn heathens.
All you
And
get
you
is gone.
you see how backwards that is. So you're putting all your time and effort. And I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with we want to get a degree, but it's if you don't understand the whole concept and if you don't understand the Torah, it's not going to do you any good, because all you're doing is that you're going to turn around.
No, it is something wrong with getting a degree.
What's that?
I mean,
there
sure,
is.
in your free time, if you can't find a man, sure, you gotta make yourself busy. But other than
Yeah.
that, you don't need to be doing all that. For what? What is that? What is that going to do you when when the Most High put you on the earth for a man?
That's right.
Or for him,
And so,
right?
yeah, and so and it's crazy, because that's the order that I'm talking about. That's gone, and so these women have totally gone out. And it's like, well, I'm gonna get mine. We're living in different times now. Oh, that kind of stuff.
No, not. Yeah.
No, the Most High never changes. No, we're the ones who changed, and we've allowed these heathens to push all this stuff on us. Degrees. What happened to the trades? They took those out of the schools. They had carpentry, they had plumbing, they had electrician. I grew up in a trade. I grew up doing carpentry. I grew up doing welding. I grew up doing electrician, so that I had options, so I can support my family if need be. I can build my own stuff. You know what I'm saying? That's the way it was supposed to be. That's the way it was always with Israel throughout the Torah. The men were the builder, and the women had one job: to be a helpmate to their husbands. That was it. That was it. It was never supposed to be like this. And you got these sisters, and man, may the Most High help us. We got these sisters and just having babies by different dudes and stuff, and don't even regret it. You got these so-called Jezebel women that feel like they want to go out and get all the degrees, and I'm gonna get paid, I'm gonna get my paper, just to turn around and work for these damn heathens. You haven't accomplished a damn thing. And then we got brothers that are single and that are trying to get the hell out of America to go somewhere else to look for a woman, because why? These modern day women, they can't even comprehend with them. This stuff is crazy, y'all. Y'all see how jacked up this is?
Like, for them wanting to lead, that's going to cause a problem. Like, no one wants to take no one wants to, marry or take care of a person that's talking about, I'm strong, I got my own, and I'm a boss babe, or I'm a boss B, or any of that other foolishness. Ain't nobody want to deal with that. Not one man wants to deal with that. These wicked ass niggas out here, sure, man, they'll tell you, man, they'll pump your head with all kinds of stuff so they can, so they can have sex with you, so they can fornicate with you, because they know already that you're not a virgin.
Yeah.
Because the price of vagina in America is at an all-time low. Y'all just giving it out for free for Birkin bags.
It doesn't cost anything.
Right? So because of that, right, this is causing a problem in marriage. Nobody wants to use woman. Oh, but I think I should. No, you shouldn't. Yeah, you shouldn't judge me. You're insecure if you think that if you're gonna judge how many bodies. No, I'm very secure, because I want to make sure that my family is going to be secure. I don't have to worry about you stepping out because you done been with plenty dingalings because you think something else is always good on the other side. I don't want to have to worry about that, right?
Yeah.
I don't want to have to worry about a woman with all these experiences and all this other stuff, just to get on my nerves. I'm not dealing with that. I'm not going out into the world fighting these heathens every day, doing all this other stuff just to get aggravated when I get home. Just to fight another war on the home front. When I get home. This is why this is why I tell brothers, if you see a sister with straight hair, right? Hey, that's going to be a problem. That's an insurgent off the top. You know why? Because she doesn't love herself, right? She's already been indoctrinated, brainwashed, even subconsciously, to the point where she believes in right is white. Right is white. You know what I'm saying? That's what they believe. You know why? Because their hair is like that. Right on the top of their head, the crown. The very top of your head. Right? That's what they believe. And see, that is a problem. Brothers don't want that. You know what I'm saying? And then you sisters out there, you think that you're gonna be able to wait till you're old and 60 and have many dinglings, and hey, you going to hell. That's what's gonna happen to you. You think that you can just disobey, do what you want, buck the Israelite man and his God-given authority? I guarantee you, you're gonna have someplace real hot waiting for your ass if you don't repent. Right? And remember, and repenting, like we always say, is not you going out there to try to get another brother. That's not you repenting. Right? Repenting is you in the scriptures praying for your brothers, praying for your sisters, teaching younger women of Israel, Titus 2. That's what you need. You know what I'm saying? That's what you be doing, right? If you're an older sister and you couldn't get it together, right? You done been through many men. You done had you got babies already, and you still looking for somebody because you're alone and lonely. Hang it up, right? You need to the only person you need to find is the Most High. That's it in Hamashiach. You need to pray to him every day, right? Like Sister Anna did. Hey, she was married for 7 years, right? And then she became a widow. You know where she was at? Not out searching for dingalings. She went out trying to get her hot girl summer on. She went on TikTok complaining about the brothers. She went on doing nothing. You know where Sister Anna was at? She was in the church. She was getting it in. She was studying the scriptures. She was bringing it out to other sisters, teaching them the laws, statutes, and commandments that the sisters are supposed to abide by. And what is that? Hey, teach men, teach your children, to love the father, so forth and so on. Women, teach your, treat your man, so forth and so on. That's provided that, especially you younger sisters, when you're looking for a brother or whatever, stop picking the damn pookies, right? Because the pookies ain't doing nothing but getting you knocked up and leaving you high and dry. Right? Keep your legs closed. Keep your legs closed. If you're an older sister out there, right, and then you couldn't get it right, you need to teach the younger sisters to keep their legs closed. Less is more. Less is more.
Couldn't have said it better. Huh? Less is more, man. and I'll take that back when we said that getting it out is free. Oh, it's not free. It's gonna cost you some child support. You see what I'm saying? And these women are doing this stuff like competing in this stuff. Well, there was one I saw one vid where this woman was bragging about it. She said, "Look, this is what y'all did," and she's telling other women to do this. This is what y'all need to do. Y'all find y'all man, have as many babies as you can get. Look, and she started showing the stubs to her page, the check that she was getting for child support. And honestly, it wasn't all that much.
Hey, you know what? This statement right here, brother, this is it says a few sisters that are virgins, especially here in America, still want a man with good chemistry and sex them the way they want to be sexed instead of how both parties want to be sexed. Basically, they want their way. Basically, they want their way and what they want about everything, and that's because most of them are selfish. Everything about them. Now, unfortunately, I've that is true. I've talked to a few virgins, and they are like that for some reason. I don't know. Even their heads are full of the feminism. They want partners. They don't want to be told what to do. They don't respect a man's authority. They think they're all kinds of days, equal with that of the man. It's just a society, period. The way America is run is just, it's built to see our people on the decline constantly. They want us to they want us to go as far as we possibly can so they can keep their kingdom as long as possible. And right now, they're using the black woman to do it.
You know what I'm saying? And that comment you brought up was a very good comment, Adam Jr. And I'm gonna tell you something else that people don't really talk about. What's really affected, especially the sisters, is this whole rap hip hop culture. This thing is more dangerous, and I will say this, and I'll back that stuff up. This hip hop culture is more dangerous than slavery and then KKK combined, because what is it doing? It's promoting lasciviousness, sex exploitation of our women, and all kinds of stuff. The worst thing that a person can do is self-worship, self-idolization. And when these sisters, when they go against the Torah, you know what they're doing? They're self-idolizing themselves. By wanting to become a boss woman, they are idolizing themselves. That's facts, y'all. Why? Because the Most High says that thou shalt not have no other what gods before me.
God.
And so the man is the head of the household. So the man is your head, is your cover. But when a woman goes outside of that and they want to do it on their own, they don't need a man, then you're idolizing self and you're setting yourself up down the rabbit hole to go to the lake. That's why we named this title, Buy a Dog. Buy a dog, die alone in hell.
Right.
Because one of the laws in the Torah is that a woman is supposed to have a covering. We're not talking about head covering. We're talking about a man being the head, a woman having a headship. That is law, y'all. That is law. So when you see these single women out here with all these bunch of kids, they are outside the Torah. They are in danger of hellfire.
God.
I mean, that's serious. Now, y'all may say, well, that's too harsh. That reality. And I've had to counsel a sister because she came to me and this sister had two kids by different, no, she had three kids. One of them was by one man and the other two were younger. They were by another dude. All right. She hadn't married not one dude. All right. And so I had to explain to her her situation. I said, look, you cannot get with any man at this point. No man. Well, won't the Most High forgive me? No, not if you get with somebody and you'll be in adultery, and you're already in danger right now. Just having babies by different dudes. You're sitting around and everything. Best thing for you to do, stay single, pray like crazy, find an elder to look up to, so that you can have some kind of head authority over you to guide you and everything. Mm-hmm. But sisters, you cannot. That is a big no-go. And we got too many of our women out here just trying to get with other brothers, and they're causing the brothers to fall into wickedness. And stuff is dangerous, y'all. And this is what we see, and it's disgusting. It's disgusting. And the nuclear family is like slowly disappearing, like almost damn non-existence. You know, I'm gonna tell you, in the last 3 years, I've only seen a handful of like true black families, like Israelite families that were, married to their own people with kids. I've only seen a handful in the last 3 years. In the last 3 years, Israel. That's crazy. They still exist, but it's just that they're dying. I mean, they're just becoming extinct. And just imagine in the next 50 years from now, like the way we're going. Mm-hmm. And don't think that the Most High is impressed with numbers, because the Most High doesn't need 42 million people to repopulate the earth. He only needs 8.
We already saw that.
Yep. He only needs 8. So let's not get it twisted, Zion. This is why this walk is a serious one, because even me and brother, we pray daily that we make it. This is how this walk ain't easy. This walk is not easy. And if you're claiming to be who you are and you're keeping the Torah, you better mean it, because I think a lot of our people, they're like, how should I put it? They're like online Israelites. They're like social media Israelites. Let me explain what I mean by that. You got a lot of our people who are excited about, the awakening, but it's only over social media. They're not wearing no fringes. They're not really keeping the Shabbat. They're not really taking the Torah seriously. They're just excited for the fact that, oh, we know who we are and everything. We're waking up. That's okay. That's good and dandy. Anybody can know who they are. Even a dog knows a dog's a dog. Even a gorilla knows a gorilla is a gorilla. A lizard knows that a lizard is a lizard. You know what I'm saying? What do you do with that? It's what you do with that, and we see all these social media Israelites, and that ain't nothing. Put the works behind that faith. Get them fringes, grow that beard. By keeping the Shabbat, by keeping the feast days.
Right.
Because I guarantee you there's an angel that's recording everything daily. Yep.
Says they call him Blight. Check this out. Work that's super. Me and another bro said she got super defense. I'm talking about. Hey, this is something too. Dealing with that's the exact same thing I was talking about earlier about. Sisters wearing these damn wigs and stuff.
Yeah.
How come we got to be the only nation? You know, ain't nobody else wearing no damn wigs, right? Ain't nobody else wearing. Well, I gotta wear it. Well, Becky ain't saying she got to wear her wig to protect her dog hair. Yeah, it's not. She don't say that.
Yeah.
It's always these sisters saying something stupid like that. You don't got y'all hair don't need protection, right? It doesn't need protection like that. We have the top genetics on earth.
Yeah.
You don't.
And I know why.
You
And I
don't
know
need
why a
no
lot of
protection.
sisters. And I know why a lot of sisters do that. Where we now, because with the curse and everything, of course, we know one of the curses is
It'll grow if they take care of it, Doc. You know what I'm
what's
saying?
that?
It'll grow. You know what I'm saying? It'll grow if they take care of it. My daughter has
If they
nice
yeah,
long hair.
but what I'm saying, what I'm about to say though, y'all, is that is it just because when you have the curses and your hair is going bald, then it's better to wear it short. It's better to wear it short, you know, and just take care of it and everything.
John.
But
Something else I wanted to deal with too. I was about to say something. Oh, right. Also, sisters, right? Dealing with that as well. We got to listen to what the brothers are saying. I don't know one brother. I seriously don't. I really don't know one brother that likes weaves or wigs. I really don't. I'm talking about even secular, even in the world.
mhm.
I don't know one brother that likes that stuff, right? So, just as a people, it's sisters. How about listening to the brothers,
Yeah.
right?
But I'm gonna tell you where the weave came from. So if you look at all the pictures, I should bring it up. But if you look at all the hairstyles of our women, of the white women. Now I did a video on this because it's like our people always model after the heathens, all right, especially the women when it comes to their hair. So it's like because they were claiming that the brothers were liking the white woman, and rightly so. We had a lot of our brothers going after some going after the white women. So I guess the black women figured that okay, well if they're gonna go after Becky with that hair, I'm gonna start making my hair like that. And a lot of these black women are they started getting weaves and stuff, and it just became a fad now where people they're just wearing weaves because they feel it makes them feel like in their eyes it makes them feel important. It makes them feel like they fit in this society. They want to please. And see, our people, we've always been like that. Every time we're in captivity, we always want to try to please our slave masters. And that right there is like Stockholm syndrome at its best. I should say at its worst because this is what our people are suffering right now, especially the women that are getting weaves. They are suffering what you call Stockholm syndrome because why? Why would they need to put something fake in their hair? Because they want to fit in. They want to feel like a white woman. Because they see some of these brothers going after these white women with long Becky hair. They have that straight long hair.
Yeah, it's very small brothers that are after these white women. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Don't let social media and all this other stuff
Yeah.
hype you up to think that brothers are going after these white women. If you look at the statistics, we majorly over 85% marry the brothers, even the secular brothers, they marry within their own community.
Mhm.
So that trope about brothers out here, then all of the brothers out here lusting after these foreign women and what I'm saying. Of course, you got a couple of brothers that are doing that, and I'm not going to deny that. That is true.
Yeah.
But for the majority, black brothers, like sisters. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they do. And they're not
giving us a hard ass time.
out there chasing white women and everything.
Time.
But then you got to understand what media is doing. Media is portraying all of our brothers. And that's why when you see commercials and stuff, why do you think they put a brother with a white woman or something or with a Mexican woman? They don't do that to no other races because they want us to be portrayed. They want to show you that all the men are sellouts. They want you to think that all the men are gangsters and what have you and everything. That's not the case. The best fathers are the brothers. But they don't want you to see that. They want you to see that we're deadbeats and stuff. And a lot of our women, they fall into that shit and they start believing that stuff like, oh man, all men are dogs and all men are this and everything. No, you bought into a whole media society that's telling you that. And so these women that are wearing these weaves, they bought into a society where they feel like they got to be like a damn white woman. So I'm going to wear what the white woman wears. So let's see if I can make it more attractive for the brother because of what media has portrayed.
I like an afro. Smells good. You know what I'm saying? Nice, fluffy. Hey, that's what I like. You know what I mean? All praises to the Most High, sister, that you have your hair natural. All praises. Thank you.
Yeah. And and all praises for the sisters that can grow natural hair. But the scripture does say that one of the curses would be balding, especially for the older women who are getting up there. But again, there's ways to take care of your hair. It's better. just to wear it short and natural the best way you can, and or you know, or just keep a scarf on it or something. You know, I know most women that have really short hair, or maybe have what you call it, alopecia, or the balding of the head and everything. You know, you got some women that just that keeps a scarf on it. I mean, this is just real talk, Israel, because I've met many women that showed me their hair, and they literally have balding in their hair. You can actually see the curses. So you know, but what they do is they wear a head wrap, and they just keep a head wrap on when they're out and everything.
God.
Yep.
You know, when you first get into the truth, right? This, brothers bothering you about this, brothers bothering you about that, and don't worry about them, right? You know, just like Brother Dane has a favorite scripture, right? Every man got to worry about his own salvation, while fear and trembling, right? Don't worry about don't worry about everybody else. You know, so you concentrate on doing you, and your fruit is going to show, right? If you are keeping the commandments like you're supposed to, doing your thing like you're supposed to, your fruit is going to show. The fruit of your labor will show, right? And just leave it up into that. You know what I mean? Don't worry about niggas, right? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Don't worry about them, man.
Yeah, and see, and just to add on to that, brother, you know, when people, I got all kinds of challenges with people. When people say stuff like, "Can the law save you?" I'll turn it around. I says, "Does this? I says, will obeying the Most High save you?" You see what I'm saying? They say, "Yes." Okay, that's the law. Obeying the Most, you can't get around it, you know. But people will try to like play words and stuff like that. Yeah, but disobeying the Most High will get your ass thrown in the lake of fire. All right. And what does it mean to disobey the Most High? You disobey those laws.
God.
Yep.
God, all praises to the Most High. It's another sister. All praises to the Most High. Thank you, so Sister Thornton. Appreciate that.
Yep. And you know what? Sisters? And once you start, getting back to these laws, commandments, and statutes, when you read Deuteronomy 28 and you read the blessings and everything, the Most High said it in His Word. Now, as a whole, yeah, we're going to be under the curses, but you start keeping these laws, commandments, and statutes, I guarantee you will see a difference in your lifestyle, in your body, your hair, all that.
Mom, well, let me get Revelation 22. Last thing, right? This is what we got to remember. Last page, right? Even though we got a lot more books that we haven't seen, but for the books that we do have in our possession, right? Revelation 22:14. Blessed are they that do His commandments, that they may have right to the tree of life and may enter in through the gates into the city, right? Revelation, right? 21:12 says what? We got 12 gates to the kingdom, right? For the 12 tribes of Israel. And that's the kingdom of heaven that it's talking about, right? You got to do the commandments. The commandments is what, right? If we look, everything that the Most High says for us to do in this Bible, right, from Genesis to Revelation, right, and even in the Apocrypha and in other books that coincide with these scriptures, those are the things that we're supposed to do, right? If it says that the man is the head of household, you're not supposed to be trying to run nothing. You're not doing the commandments. And guess what? You're not going to have the right to the tree of life. And you damn sure ain't going to enter through the gates into the city. Right? It's the same thing. Like, women have it pretty easy, actually. Only thing they really have to do is just listen to their man. And they can, it's really not that hard.
It's not hard at all.
It's really not that hard. It's the men who really have it tough, even getting into the kingdom. Y'all don't really have to do too much. Y'all just have to follow the leader type of, type of thing. Choose you a just leader and just follow along. It ain't that hard. Why take all that stress and this, that, and the other, and to try to do everything yourself, right? Oh, I get in the argument right here, and I'm gonna leave my husband, and I'm gonna disappear, and even though we got kids together, what do you think is gonna happen to the kids?
Speaking of marriage, and this is facts, y'all. When a relationship is broken between Israelite man and woman, who is the main one who breaks the relationship? It's always the woman. It's mostly the times the woman.
80% in our community.
That is facts. Now, if y'all don't want to believe the stats, y'all don't want to believe the status quo, you can go you can go through and talk to every couple on this earth that's been married in the U.S. of A. And they'll tell you that it's the woman that normally breaks. And see, this is why a lot of brothers don't even want to get married, because why would a brother want to get married when the woman benefits from breaking a relationship? And that's the attitude a lot of our brothers have. They just like, the hell with it. I don't even, I'm not going to even bother. I'm just going to go outside of America and find someone who is going to submit like the Torah says they should.
And see, the thing, hey, you know what's crazy, Op?
Yeah.
You know what I'm thinking about, really? Like, a woman going through so many partners, right? That makes her not 100% trust her man. The first dude you with, I guarantee you that you didn't trusted him 100%.
Yep.
Right? The first man that you fell in love, I was in love with this dude. You trusted this nigga 100%. I guarantee you that.
Yeah.
That was supposed to be your husband.
Yeah.
The dude that you had trusted 100%, that was supposed to be your husband. But because you do not trust the Israelite man 100%, because you are not a virgin anymore, right? Now you are afraid of, so that's why you don't want, you don't want to put your whole life in somebody else's hands anymore. You don't want to give everything to your husband. You don't want to do that. You don't want to do that because you have some reservations held back from some experience that you had with somebody else.
Mm-hmm. And not only did some of these women put the 100% trust in them, they're also humble. And then they have a bad experience, and they may wait a couple of months, or between a couple of months and a year. Then they get with Ray. You know what I'm saying? And he does the same thing, because man, our people, they fall into this trap. This whole American dream trap where, this brother's gonna be a knight in shining armor and everything. Nobody's keeping the laws and stuff, and you just give it this brother because he got a good body, whatever, or he's good in bed and all that kind of stuff. Everything is sexualized and glamorized and lasciviousness. And so by the time a woman gets to her third man and everything, it's like it's like she has no trust, because she's done went through all these crazy ass pookies and rays and everything, and it's a mess. She done been humbled so many times, and she's been through all these dudes and stuff. Because every time you go through a dude, that man forms to your body. That's why a woman is only assigned to one man. Period. That was supposed to be design. One woman to, one man to a woman.
That's how it's supposed to be. But now you got, I want my name on the deed too, or I don't want to, I don't want to. I want to go to school and get me an education and get a job. So just in case he leaves me, I won't be high and dry. You're thinking with a you have to have an abundance mentality, right? You're thinking of it's called I forgot. It's slipping my mind. It's slipping my mind at the moment. But it's like when the mentality when you're always thinking you're gonna lose, right? You know what I'm saying? It's not called a loser's mentality, but
something like that.
Yeah, but it's something like when you're always thinking you're in a deficit, right? You know what I'm saying? That's the type of mentality that a lot of our sisters are coming into with these, that are going to these relationships with, because of so much trauma of not, of other men in the past, Pookies and Rays, brothers that don't keep the commandments, right? This is the reason. Now, if you were a virgin, trusted in your father, in the men in your life to make these, hefty decisions to make sure that you had a good man that kept the commandments, or a good man that lives righteously, right? You wouldn't have to worry about this stuff, right? You'll be able to put your trust into a whole man, and you don't feel like having to fight back. But because you had so many brothers and dealing with so many situations, you don't want to trust anyone. Oh, well, I feel like I need to have this. I need to have that. I need to be stacked up. I need to have that just in case I get into a marriage, in case he leaves me. You're not supposed to be thinking like that. You're already thinking, and the marriage is going to fail. If you go into a marriage thinking with that, the marriage is going to fail. You should be able to, put your trust in the head of the household, right? Especially, because the head of the household is putting his trust in the Most High.
And this is why you see so many women with dogs now. And like this time of age, like, brother, I've never in my life, I've never seen so many black women, and I see walking around with dogs. Walking around with dogs. They ain't none of them married. Because I be challenging them on that. Ain't none of them married.
Let me see. Gone all day.
Yeah.
Proverbs 6:23, and then then I'm done. I don't want to continue.
Hey, if we got any brothers or anybody and sisters that want to come on, feel free. I'll go ahead while he's pulling that up. I'll go ahead and put the link in the box.
All right, Con. It says, "For the commandment is a lamp, and the law is light, and reproofs of instruction are the way of life." Okay, brother, we already know what's going down. For a couple of verses down, right? But I just wanted to put this right here. The commandment is a lamp, and the law is light, and reproofs of instruction are the way of life. Right. So everything that we talk about, like, the commandment is a lamp, and the law is a light. So if sisters are searching for brothers that are keeping the commandments, right? That's a lighted way. Right now, y'all don't have, because y'all are not trusting in your fathers to choose the men that y'all are with, because there is no head of the household that is the man, right? Because right now the woman is trying to be the head of the man instead of the man being the head of the woman, right? Y'all are in darkness. Y'all are searching in darkness. You don't have any reproofs of any instructions of the way of life because you're out there doing it on your own. You're out there just out there doing it on your own. You're supposed to be home, sitting there, with your parents' house until you get married. Well, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't believe in this stuff where I see these shows and niggas is saying, oh yeah, these women talking about, well, I'm strong and independent. I got my own house. I got my own car. I got all of this. I got all that. Okay, sure. Maybe your own car. Yeah. But you don't need to have your own house. You don't need to be having none of that. You need to be in your parents' house where your ass can't be out in the middle of the night. You know what I'm saying? Doing God knows what. Your pops need to be there. So he worried about making sure you coming home in the middle of the night. As a matter of fact, I just saw a video the other night. So damn, I wish I had that video. I could pull it up. Man, it had a little girl, man. She was young, but luckily she had a dad. And the dad was watching on the little doorbell a camera. What is it called? What are those called? What are those things called? What are those little doorbell camera things, right?
DoorDash camera.
Yeah, like right. You know what I'm saying? And the daughter was trying to sneak a little boy in the house.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Couldn't have been no older than 12. Couldn't have been no older than 12. The father came on the who the hell is that? You trying to bring into my house? See, this is what we got. That mother was wise because she stayed with her husband.
Mm-hmm.
That way she could keep her daughter in straightly.
Yep.
No, we're not raising no harlots around here.
Yeah.
Right?
And brother, you brought out a good point, because when there's no fathers, man, when you got a bunch of, let me bring that back up right quick. When you got a bunch of kids and stuff with no father in the house, or like this one on the right hand side, how who gonna discipline them? Now let's say the daughter goes out and sneak out and stuff like that. She's gonna run all over that mother, and then guess what? She's gonna become just like the mother. She's gonna have babies out there with all these different dudes and stuff.
Yeah, because the mother's already sick. The mother's already in delusion because she believes in sexual liberation. She's already gone. So once her daughter starts doing it, because she's been doing it for her whole life, and her daughter done seen her mom continuously bring in dude here. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no telling. Even if she thinks she's good, right?
And
now,
like
the daughter has 15 years to grow up, or something like. She's guaranteed to at least bring in 2 to 3 different men throughout that time.
And it's like we have harlots raising harlots now. That's what we're seeing. Harlots raising harlots. This damn thing is crazy. You talking about regenerational curses. Damn.
So what does it do? Right? It begets the same thing, right? No, brothers don't want okay. A woman is conquered, right, by another man. You think another man's going to want an ex-conquered woman? No, he's not going to want that. You know what I'm saying? You didn't sucked and did all kind of wickedness with this dude right here, and then you're going to go to the next brother and try to kiss him and love on him and tell him this, that, and the third. You already told this to another dude. This is why the marriage rates are low.
And you know what? And you know
Brothers
what?
don't want that.
Yeah. And you know what really makes me upset is like when you have sisters out there who's had babies by different dudes, and then they wanna really settle. They want to get serious, and they want to settle down with a real man, a brother of the Torah and everything. You got several kids. What makes you think that a brother who's keeping the laws, who don't have no kids, that he wants fresh kids of his own, he wants a virgin? What makes you think that brother is going to want to take care of somebody else's kids when that nigga's still alive and everything? And she already got like 3 or 2 kids by different dudes. What makes these women think that a righteous brother is going to want to get with her and raise some damn kids? That's not his.
You putting them in a sucker position.
The thinking of many of our sisters is just beyond my logic sometimes. It's like I can't even comprehend the stuff that I see that's going on. And you're expecting a righteous brother to pick you up and sweep you off your feet and everything, just take you in, marry you because you done had all these damn kids by different men and everything, and all of a sudden all is gonna be well. I mean, just the thinking of a lot of our sisters is just mind blowing.
And yes, this is what I was thinking of, a defeatist mentality.
Mm-hmm.
The water, sister Lariah. I appreciate that. God. I said that's exactly what I was thinking of earlier. So, yeah, but I really don't have too much to say without beating the same dead ass horse, Yeah. But it's just we just gonna have to it might it may be an uncomfortable pill to swallow right now, right? It may feel uncomfortable, right? But I said, hold up, Salaki. So it may feel uncomfortable, right? But if you want something after this little bitty ass life that we live in, right? Because it's not that long, 80 something years, it really ain't that long. And I guarantee you, I'm starting to notice it as I'm getting older, man. These days and years are just, flicking past, man. It feels like tomorrow I can be in the grave. Straight up, I'm not even joking, right? So our life don't last that long, right? If you're trying to get eternity, hey man, you need to start doing what's right. You know what's right deep down in your heart. You know what it is. You know that what you're doing is wicked as hell, and you need to stop it. Let me see. Salaki. Let me read this real quick. All right, elders, what constitutes true repentance? I asked because in the case of a woman with multiple baby daddies, does grace start when she confesses and forgets the past, or does she have to forego to be considered truly repentant? I asked because so many.
Yeah, that's a good one. So true repentance is as simple as this: not repeating the same damn thing, and just turning and repenting right there on the spot, and not going forward with it. So in other words, she can't go out and try to get another man thinking that the Most High has forgiven her, and then she can go out and get another man. No, she got to remain single.
Period.
Yeah, it's just like tattoos. Okay, like we know a lot of brother got tattoos, and we know what the word says about tattoos. Well, if you once you repent, that means don't get no more tattoos. You can't do anything about the ones you already got already. Just don't get no more. And that's how you repent. You turn, complete 360. You turn from you stop doing it. You just stop doing it.
Well, that's all it is.
That's the best way to put it. It ain't no compromising. It ain't no trying to straddle the fence. No, that's not repentance. Going back to the same thing again. That's not. All you're doing is repeating the same shit.
Yep. Yeah. Well, yes. Like grace is already on us, right? Okay. All right. Okay. This is what we have to realize as a people, right? Grace is already on all of us. All of us that are sinning and not being killed for it, right? Every time you look up on TV and you see a brother or sister who's a homosexual and they're not dead, they are being touched by grace.
Oh yeah.
Right? They're being touched by grace, right? Because you have it right, because grace is allowing you to live while you're in sin, because you damn sure ain't repented. You just a wicked an Israelite walking around, right? By grace, you're really abusing it, right? True. The only reason why grace is on you because they don't understand the situation that we're because they don't understand who they are. That's why the Most High gave us grace, because he knew that upon these curses we'll be in this kind of situation.
Exactly.
And we'll have everything taken from us. We have been fully integrated into the heathen, where we don't have our own culture, we don't have our language, we don't have nothing. Fully integrated. And see, this is the problem with our people, why this will never ever be someplace that we can truly rest, because every other nation on earth, they have their own cultures. You got, you say, you go to China, right? They got Buddha and all of that other crazy stuff. You go to Taiwan, they got all of that. You know, you go to Korea, they got all the same. You know what I'm saying? They got all their culture over there. They got, you know what I'm saying, these different areas of the earth, right, where the Most High has set up the bounds of the people, right, according to the children of Israel, right? They have their own cultures. We do not have our own culture. Well, we don't know our own culture.
Yeah.
Right. Our culture is in the scriptures, but we have been stripped of that, right? And we have been replaced from holy days. We have given holidays.
Yeah.
Right. They have given us holidays.
And the book of Hosea said that we would be without a priest, without an ephod, you know, and we would be without those things for many, many years. Now, getting back on grace, like we were talking, I think it was a couple of weeks ago, someone asked a question about being circumcised as a grown man. And a perfect example of that grace too is like, because many of our people are waking up and because that they didn't understand the law and everything, and because we were under the grace and everything, there was no need for them as they come into this truth and everything to get circumcised as a grown man, because that grace has already covered them. You see,
bring it out.
But it's always been the law for every child to become to get circumcised and everything. So from here on forward, and just like the Bible says in James, you know, for a man that knoweth to do it good and doeth it not, to him it is sin. And so once you become that knowledge, you understand that, you know, it's time to do right. And just like with the sisters, all right, once you understand the fact that your position, and you can't, and after you've had these babies with different dudes and stuff, you understand that you cannot go and get with another man. Now, the only choice that you have, if all your kids were born from the same man, the only choice that you have to marry is to marry the brother who you had the children by. That's your only option.
God.
But these days it's much difficult, because now it's like you have sisters who got babies by different dudes. So which dude do you marry? You can't, because you've been humbled like so many times, and you got children by 3 different dudes, and it just makes the situation even harder. Matter of fact, this is, you know, the Torah don't even deal with this kind of situation, because this situation never existed. It was never where, you know, sisters was having babies by different dudes. Now, the only time that happened, and that was rare, that was if the husband died and that woman became a widow or whatever. You know, that was the only way that you can remarry. If the husband died, and you can remarry because you're free from the law now, because you know, your headship had died or passed away. So it's okay to get married. I know we had one sister a while back ago who was in that situation where, you know, she had kids by the same dude, but her husband passed away. She asked was okay to remarry. Absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, like, you got to realize that, you know, just for adultery, right? That's sleeping with another man's wife. The Most High, you know, put you to death for that. You allowed to get killed. And, you know what I'm saying? Other brothers, they're you know what I'm saying, they were so you know, said the transgression is so deep that you got to get put to death. That's the only way that, you know, so somebody could feel some solace about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, if your wife cheated, you know what I'm saying, or she ran off, you know what I'm saying, or whatever, you know what I'm saying, with the, you know what I'm saying, and then with that didn't happen in the scriptures. If you did something like that, right, you would get put to death.
Yep.
The only thing you can do is just go off and be by yourself, right?
Yep.
And that's okay. Hey, 2 people can be a married couple. They can understand and they can work with that. You know why? Right. Because then you don't have no another wicked ass nigga coming in there dealing with your children or any of that stuff. The woman, she's by herself with the children, right? And then you go and visit the children. Or I mean, you know, the woman is by herself, and then you have the children, and y'all dealing, you know what I'm saying, y'all dealing like that. Today now, right? You got some wickedness where the woman can disappear, right? Can end the relationship, take your seed with her, and deal with another man, and got another man dealing with your seed. That's wicked as hell. That's wicked as hell. That's why in the scriptures, right, in the Old Testament, and even some in the New, we're in the grace in the New, but in the Old Testament, a brother, if you were caught messing with another man's wife or anything like that, you get put to death.
Yeah.
You get put to death. You know what I'm saying? That's how serious the infraction is. But today it's such a lighthearted, is that we got these women out here, they just sleeping with every damn body.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Because I don't even want to start, man, but this is just wicked as hell. Boy, this stuff is wicked as hell, and it's causing all kinds of confusion in the nation. It really is, man, because look at it. You got all these women with all these damn different baby daddies. You got all these niggas dealing with other people's sons and doing all this kind of stuff, man. You don't, if this woman is choosing a pookie, right?
It's mess.
You know what I'm saying? I'm a brother that's you know what I'm saying, not responsible, right? You know what I'm saying, a clown, and then all of a sudden she goes and chooses another pookie. Damn, right? You know, and then so forth and so on, and then y'all keep on having babies, and you got all these wicked niggas around raising up these kids and all kinds. Man, just look at our nation today. You can see how it is today. It's out of control. It's out of control to the fact that they're saying now that the men are starting to be women. How the hell does that happen? How you got men being considered effeminate and women? You know what I'm saying? Like women. Are you kidding me right now? That's wicked as hell. That's wicked as hell right now.
Yep.
It's wise because brothers aren't standing up. They're not standing the hell up. Man, if I ever had a situation or something like that, I guarantee you, man, a woman, my wife would hide that nigga. I would never get to see him. You know what I'm saying? Ever. Because you know what time it is. You know what I'm saying? Or something like that. You know what I mean? If I was ever put into a situation like that, I would never get a chance to see. You know what I'm saying? Hey, because they know it's wicked as hell. You should be able to put a situation where if you are dealing with a woman or you are dealing with a sister that she got kids by you, she should be afraid as hell to have some other dude around your child. That woman wicked as hell.
You know what? And this is right here tell us, and this is what's going on a lot within Israel. And this right here ought to tell you that our people thinking that the Most High is going to come deliver them in the next year or whatever. Boy,
you got to be out of your damn mind.
We ain't even near close. We ain't even near close. We're not going to even get into that. But I'm just saying, you know, our people always talking about deliverance, but they don't want to keep no laws. They don't want to humble themselves before the Most High. They don't want to submit to their men. Yeah, but they want to be delivered. Oh, deliver me, Most High. We're gonna get on out of here. And we ain't going no damn where.
You ain't going nowhere. Like I said, man, the scriptures already deal with this. You know, it says, "Buy a dog, die alone in hell." And that's exactly what's going to happen. And in that day, 7 women take hold of one man. And you know, so a lot of brothers read this and they always get it wrong. Well, yeah, we're gonna get 7 righteous women. How you gonna have 7 righteous women with reproach, right? And in that day, 7 women shall take hold of one man, saying, "We will eat our own bread. We will wear our own apparel." Only that sounds like the damn single. I didn't went to school. I got my own. This here right here. They got their own every damn thing, right? Only let us be called by that name to take away. But finally, they want to get married, right? To take away their what? Their reproach. But no, see, the Most High ain't playing that. You know what I'm saying? That's how you know the Most High is not down with the single woman movement. He's not down with feminism.
No, never have been.
In that day shall the branch of the Lord be beautiful, calm, and glorious. And the fruit of the earth shall be excellent and comely for them that are escaped of Israel. You know, the fruit, that's the babies, right? The fruit of the earth shall be excellent and comely for them that are escaped of Israel. That means our children are going to be excellent and comely. And it shall come to pass that he that is left in Zion and he that remaineth in Jerusalem shall be called holy, even every one that is written among the living in Jerusalem. You know what that means? That means talking about, and you're in the living Lamb's book of life. That's what it's talking about. Those that's going to be saved. But when the Lord shall have washed away the filth of the daughters of Zion, and shall have purged the blood of Jerusalem from the midst thereof by the spirit of judgment. That's when the Most High coming back, right?
That's right.
Because he's the one that's judging. And by the spirit of burning, that's the lake of fire, because that's where your ass is going. All you strong, independent women that you wanna wait till you 60, till you wanna settle down and be humble, or you wanna go and just have a lot of sex and all kind. Man, you go get destroyed.
You know, and that makes it. You know, I'm not gonna get on my soapbox, but I'm gonna say this though. That nothing burns me up more. And it's good that that women want to repent at that age, but damn, it burns me up every time I hear it, and I get it so much. I get this so many times. I'm up in age, and I want to submit to a man. I'm like, it'll take you so long to do that for, and we just read in Ezra that the child for the age for bearing children are in your young age.
Hey, you know what? I don't even think man, you don't even see no brothers getting married to old women in the scriptures.
No, you don't. And you would never see that, because
see that?
even I'm gonna tell you something. That's why they had to marry off the firstborn first.
Oh yeah, Leah. Yeah,
it was law that the firstborn had to be married off first. Why? Why do you think that was? Because so that they wouldn't sit up in the house and get old. Because if a woman did not get married, he stayed with his father until
she couldn't have children.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? If you didn't get married, you weren't having children.
Yeah.
That's why you got married while you're young.
Yep. When they get a certain age, especially after 30, and stuff like that, their body changes, and they have childbearing issues. The older you get. But a man can be 80. A man can be 80 years old and still produce seed. It doesn't matter how old the brother is. It's the woman that has to be of a young age.
That's right.
I mean, it's getting crazy, Israel, and it's getting worse and worse by the day.
God.
But we hope you all were edified and everything, and
absolutely not. A light to the world, right? That's talking about that's the world of Israel. Right?
Yeah,
we're in the earth. We're on the earth. God, the Most High, refers to this as the earth in the scriptures, right? And the blessings to all nations, right? Because we were spread to all nations.
Yep.
Okay. And you don't teach them damn heathens, no laws, no statutes and commandments. Because if he wanted that happen, when the Most High had sent Hamashiach down with the laws, statutes, and commandments on the top of Mount Sinai, he would have called all the nations there.
Yeah, and we know, brother, we know that you're new in the faith. Hey, do me a favor, go to my playlist on the Seed of Israel channel, and go look at the playlist under the New Testament Gentiles. I explain all of that, so that'll help you. So just go to Seed of Israel, go into the playlist, the New Testament Gentiles, and I explain.
That's a strong breakdown too. That's a strong breakdown.
Yeah, and so you'll get two videos, and there's another video of Brother Aton as well too in that playlist. So make sure you watch all 4 of those videos, those lessons. Yep.
There's nothing ever meant for them damn heathens, right? And then remember, right? Whenever you want to think about that, remember that when we were in Egypt, God, the Most High, didn't give 2 craps about them, them Egyptians.
That's right.
Right? Even the firstborn, the little babies, killed them in the sleep, killed them. You know what I'm saying? The firstborn, killed them, get rid of all of them. Yeah. Women, killed them. You know what I'm saying? Fire, brimstone, I don't care about them. You know what I'm saying? Folks that probably ain't never did nothing to Israelites.
Right.
They were dying and getting destroyed. Most I don't care about them.
We're
running through the nations and taking over lands.
That's right. Yeah. Another thing too, Brother Set Apart, is that there's nowhere in the scriptures where the covenant was given to another nation. Nowhere. And so if somebody challenge you with that, tell them to show you any scriptures that shows that the covenant was given to outside of Israel. You won't find it. You know what? The scriptures nowhere.
This is another thing too, Set Apart. If that was the truth, we wouldn't be getting treated like we are. Yeah. Everybody be trying to raise us up so we can help, train them so they can get into the kingdom, right? The reason why everybody hates us is you read in the Old Testament, all the other nations know that we used to have them as slaves. They used to be the slaves. We used to take our pick of them slaves from all the nations that was round about us. We used to take a pick of them, raise them up for generations. But now, guess what? This is the reason why all the other nations don't like us, because we used to have them all in slavery. But now the Most High is not on our side, and we don't have the power of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. So now guess what? All the nations, they get back. And we letting them too, because we don't care. We are letting them step on our necks, kick them in our, and we are letting these heathen kick us in our asses, right? And then choke the crap out of us, because what? We are not coming back to the Most High, because that's where our power is. Yahweh is our power. We're not coming back to the power. We're thinking that we can do it on our own. And the Most High going to continuously rejoice on us getting killed until we can realize, that we only
And
need
that's
him.
and that's crazy, y'all. I mean, that's man. And in this case, I wonder what that verse is. That's Deuteronomy 28:68. I mean, it's a deadly, but it's but that's what he said. In his word. Hey, I'm gonna put a link to that playlist when it's talking about the Gentiles. I want to go ahead and just put it. I'm looking at the playlist right now. So.
No. I watched that viz though.
What's that?
It says, "What about speaks about them being in the kingdom alongside?" No, it's not. Okay. In Isaiah, right? We got two things, right? When the Most High comes back, when Hamashiach comes back, right? The King of Kings, right? He's gonna rule for 1,000 years, right? And after he rules for 1,000 years, right? Then the kingdom's coming, right? And then we're gonna be ruled over by the Most High while Hamashiach lives alongside us with us, right? Now you got to realize now, them heathens, they're only going to be alive for the first 1,000 years, right? Only after the only during Hamashiach's rule are they going to be alive for the 1,000 rule, because it says that what he's going to make his enemies the footstool, right? So we got to know that Hamashiach is going to be ruling for that first 1,000 years because he has to make his enemies his footstool, right? After that happens right there, right? All of a sudden they're gonna get it among themselves that they're gonna buck, that they're gonna try to raise up, against the children of Israel. That's why it says, the battle of Jehoshaphat. If you look at it, right, it's right outside of Jerusalem, right? That's where Jehoshaphat is located at.
Mm-hmm.
They're all going to try to surround about the city, but the Most High is going to rain down fire. Rain down fire, just like it says in the scriptures, and he's gonna burn up all the damn heathen that are on there. How many heathen you think it's gonna be? Probably gonna be millions. Ain't no telling how many. But the whole earth is gonna be, full of fire, and the earth is flat, right? Filled with mountains and hills and plateaus and plains, but mostly, but it's flat. It ain't no round ball. We're not spinning in the middle of nowhere, and this is why it's gonna be the lake of fire. Because it's flat, it's going to be filled up with fire, and the only place that's going to be safe, right, which is why Zion is considered salvation, is Israel. That's the only place that's not going to be on fire. Why? Because that's the Lord's favorite land. That's his favorite pit, right? That's not the only place.
Yeah, they said apart. I know you have probably like 1,000 questions, man. I know you knew, but this is why we have a playlist for a reason. So just make sure, man, when you get some downtime, especially for the Shabbat, man, start going through our playlists. Go through Brother Eitan's playlist. Go through my playlist on the Seed of Israel. Go through the playlist on the Mind of the Brotherhood. I guarantee you, we cover every subject I guarantee you, every question that you possibly asked, we covered it. Guaranteed you. So just go through, because that'll help you in that way, and digest it. You're not going to get it. It's not going to come in one day, brother. It's going to come with time. So as you begin to keep these laws and you're practicing these righteous acts, it's going to come naturally. All right.
You look at our description, right, on both of our channels, and on this channel, we do leave our email. So, if you have questions, sometimes it may take us a day or two to get back, but we'll definitely hit you back up. We'll definitely hit you back.
Yeah. But Israel, hey, it's been real, and we're gonna go ahead and get back into the Shabbat.
That's right.
And we'll meditate like I always do, and wish this day would never pass.
You ain't lying about that.
I love it when I love it when the Shabbat comes on, but I hate it when it goes away.
You got to go back out in the world, and it's like zaps your energy, man. Having to be around and fight them damn demons and wickedness.
I've been in that meditation zone for the whole day, man. It's just the sweetest thing. Like I can't even explain it, brother. Man, it's like no, it's like a peace that passes all understanding, man. It's like a peace that I can't even describe. That's how great the Shabbat is. But Israel, hey, again, smash that like button, share these videos, and just go through the playlist and start really going through those lessons. And don't binge the lessons, because, and the reason why I say that is because you're not going to get anything out of if you binge the lessons. One lesson at a time. Let it digest. Let it digest for a couple of days, and then hit it again. Let it digest for a couple of days. Reminisce on the scriptures and everything. And I know many of our people waking up, they're excited as hell. Okay, I got it. But let that stuff digest.
That's right.
Word is like a fire, boy, to consume you.
All
right, Israel. Hey. Nothing else. We're gonna bid you a shalom and stay strong. Shabbat shalom. Shalom.
Shabbat shalom. All praises to the Most High. See y'all next time, Israel.